Testing, testing. Yeah, it's working.
We expect these conditions to continue. No damage. Car looks clean. Car 62. Just set the fastest lap. 20.408.
Hey, Los. Thank you for checking out the stream. You might see me crash into a wall. Conditions are not ideal. It is a wet track surface. Although it stopped raining, but it's still very tricky to drive around here. Yeah, the actual race is on Saturday, Los, so this is the official practice server. So it should reflect the same kind of conditions for the weekend. So this server also allows the full fuel tank, and the correct BOP has been applied. We get the Ford Mustang has a 5 kilogram weight penalty, as well as 1% reduction on power, and the fuel tank has been reduced slightly. So it's just to get used to the conditions, basically.
Lap of the session.
But even though it is wet now, doesn't mean it's going to be exactly the same on
62. Just set the fastest
Saturday.
20.395.
So as you can see, the front runner, or the one who's fastest currently, is 2 seconds faster.
Just set the fastest lap. 20.292.
But the practice sessions are not seeded, so anyone can basically enter. So maybe they're either running quali fuel or are just very skilled. But I don't see anyone on slick tires. There's a couple of bits where you have to run offline. Coming up to Forest's elbow, for example, I have to run the outer line because there's just too much. There's just basically no grip on the inside. And the same at the chase, I am braking on the opposite side, or the middle of the track basically. As you can see in the virtual mirror, there's still a lot of spray. I've got P2 behind me, or the guy that, or the team I should say, that set the second fastest lap. My teammates for the race are Donny McGarry. You may know him from the Mooney GT community. As well as Alistair Glenn, whom I don't know yet. He's a new signing. Oh, P1 is on slicks. He's on an outlap. But Alistair was recommended to me by Johnny B 1990, because I actually initially asked Johnny if he could join me because I was one man short. But Johnny was unavailable. Yeah, he's actually also in the middle of writing his uni papers, or not his uni, well, what's he going for? Is it a doctorate he's going for, or his master's? So I'm very fortunate that Donny can actually make time for the team. Hey, Jason. Oh, is he? All right, okay. So Donny is close to where you are, Los. That's cool. Hey, Sean. Yeah, this might not be the most exciting stream. This is ooh, nearly lost it. Basically circulating at a wet Bathurst. Is this? Yeah, it could be Jason, what he's working on. He's a clever dude. I'm not exactly what his specialty is or what he's writing the paper on. I probably wouldn't understand it anyway. I'm not a science guy, I'm afraid. I'm just an NHS worker on a day off. That's why I'm streaming just now, because practice on my own, well, not on my own, offline, has been a bit of a disaster. So I was hoping, well, what if I stream it and then basically having you guys watch me maybe makes me drive a little bit more within the margins. Doesn't always help though, because you guys see me crash many times. Hey John. John, the heir of the Ford Motor Company dynasty. Oh, that's what I mean. Avoid the inside of Forest Elbow. Let's do a 69 turn here. Fortunately, there was no one near me. Hello, Kai. Yeah, thank you everyone for just tuning in. This is kind of more like a unscheduled stream. I might do actually a race. That one isn't until 4 o'clock. A VRS race. Same combo. GT3s at Bathurst, but that race is only 40 minutes or 45 minutes. But that will most likely be in the dry. But that could also be a good practice session for us driving in traffic. So here for Hell Corner, I'm also braking offline. The guy who's on slicks is still circulating. The guy in P1. Oof. I mean, if I'm already struggling on wet tires, what are the chances I keep it out of the walls on slick tires? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try that ourselves. I'm going to come into the pits. I'll put the slick tires on and see how we will fare. Okay, wider line this time. There we go, we didn't spin. Yeah.
Just set the fastest lap. 19.6.
Okay, so maybe it's not worthwhile. The fastest guy, or the fastest team in a Ferrari, they said 219, but on wet tires. So wet tires are still the way to go. Let's go for a push lap. See how long that lasts. So our team is currently P11, only about 4 cars circulating. I think it's cold everywhere, Sean. Oh, and my girls just arrived home from school. Alright, I'm just gonna go to the pits, practice a pit stop, and then I'm just gonna quickly say hello to my girls, and then I'll continue. So if you hear voices in the background, don't worry, don't adjust your TV set. That is it's all part of the stream. Oh, no. Don't touch the curbs.
Your car looks fine.
Okay, no damage. So much for a push lap. Yeah. I'm just going to go in the pits. Ooh, and say hello to the girls, and I'll be back shortly. I'll leave you with some highlights of my incredible driving. Not. Stop.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Okay. Be right back.
All clear. Punch it.
Right, said hello to the girls. Okay. How do I go back to my team again? Okay, let's try the quali setup. Now I don't know what we are going to do yet on Saturday during the actual race. If we are going to attempt qualifying or just start from the pits. Oh, Los, how old they are? They are 9. Just catching up with chat. Tech support, field service. That sounds similar to my job, John. I am a user support officer myself in IT, basically. Yep, I've got twins. Okay, so am I on the quali setup? Yep. Oh no, that's not the right setup. There we go. 14 liters. You're a twin. So there's someone... Does your twin also look exactly the same like you, Jason? Is it an identical twin, or is it just born on the same day but completely different appearances? Pretty identical. No, mine aren't. Mine, they don't look alike at all. And one gets mistaken for the older sister sometimes, which is a bit of a shame. Even though they're the same age. He's even more bold, but he has more teeth. Okay, so he got the different ratio than to you then. That's cool. Do you still see your twin often, Jason? I mean, I don't see my siblings. I only see them twice a year, unfortunately, because we're no longer in the same country. Okay, what time is it now? 1:15. So in about 15 minutes, I'm gonna jump on the VRS server and sign up for the 40-minute race. But before that, let's see what kind of lap time I can extract with a lighter fuel tank. Oh, he's in Australia for the last 25... Okay. That's similar how our lives are then, because like 20 years ago, I left my native home of the Netherlands to live up here. But the rest of my family are still in the Netherlands, mainland Europe. I still have my European passport. I'm not giving that one up. A carpenter. Yeah, they're always high in demand. Itchy feet. Gedempte gracht, that's how you say it. Not many situations, Kai, that I have to use that word. Or words. Right, here we go. So, let's do a quali simulation. So this would be our banker, our first lap. And we can see the difference the lighter fuel load makes. 3/10 up and climbing. Oh, is that? I didn't realize it was similar to Greek. Okay, 2 seconds up. But the track is probably getting faster as well. That one letter in particular, okay. And the only ones that speak a similar language to us are the Belgians.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
And that's the Flemish part of Belgium. All right.
New fast flat for you.
2:19.7. Only a tenth behind Trak Racing. Okay. Poirot. Oh, do you think so, Jason? I think it sounds, the Mustang sounds quite spectacular in ACC. I think ACC sounds much better in general. So yeah, there's rumor, no, not rumor, it's been planned that in iRacing they are going to update the graphics engine, because the graphics engine is very outdated in iRacing. It basically dates back to 2008. They've added new shaders and stuff, but I'm kind of hoping that they're kind of sticking to what we have now, because as you all are all aware, the GPU market is just absolutely crazy. Like over 2 grand, 3 grand for the latest 5090 or 5080s, between $1 grand and $2 grand. And I'm using an RTX 3080 Ti. I am running in 1080p, but in triples obviously, so that's 50, so over 5,000 pixels horizontally, and that's still, I still can't run everything while I'm streaming on maximum and get, you know, above 60 frames per second. So I am hoping that iRacing is not going to update it just yet, because I don't want to upgrade to a different. I basically want to get as much out of my RTX 3080. So let's withdraw from this session and sign up for VRS Sprint. So sign up starts in about 7 minutes. I can sign up, but I can already practice. Okay, let's find a server that isn't too populated. You can just about with 4070 Ti. But yeah, you're getting 4K screens, right? So running 4K in triples, that I hope your 4070 Ti can keep up with that, Jason, unless you reduce. I imagine you would have to turn down some of the settings. I'm the same guy. I hope that I got my 3080 Ti, I got that one second hand, and I think actually most of my stuff is second hand, and I'm hoping that yeah, it's gonna last a while. I mean, yes, we all always want to upgrade, but I don't need to now, for at least as long as iRacing stays in the same state. It might, the graphics might look outdated. It sounds like a DirectX 9 racing game, but I think that is also its redeeming quality, because as soon as yeah, they switch to Unreal Engine. I hope not. You're not now. You're not. Are you still on the 1440p screens, or have you? You came to your senses And you spent enough time, you're happy with you have. Yeah, you've got an amazing setup. You've got 32s just like me, but 1440p. I'm still with the 1080p screen, so the pixel density obviously isn't that great because it's a bigger screen, less pixels, and therefore it looks a little bit more, I wouldn't say bloody, but my other monitor that I had before the triples was an ultra wide, a super ultra wide, and it was 1440p, and it's night and day, 1440p and 1080p. And going back to 1080p, it's like, man, do I need to change my glasses? Do I have prescription? But I'm used to it now. I think, yeah, that's why I went with 1080p triple, so it's less taxing on my aging 3080 Ti. But my CPU is also doing a lot of the lifting. I've got a Ryzen 7800X 3D, so I'm on the AM5 platform. Okay, now, as you can see, oh, as that guy goes off, but misses the wall. This track is dry. There will be no rain. So I am now doing the, this is the daily races, the weekly combo, which is also GT3 at Bathurst, but the fuel tank is restricted to 55 liters. So for the 12 hours, we've got double the capacity. Okay, let's do a few practice laps. The race won't be until half an hour from now, guys. So much appreciate you hanging out with me. But this is all in preparation for the big race on Saturday. Since I am kind of the team captain, I kind of feel responsible for being the most prepared, so to speak. I don't really care about, or at least I don't think lap times are that important. I just want to get comfortable, and it is already very difficult to get comfortable in the rain. Alright, let's follow this 992, 2992s. Oh, what is he doing? So, I need to remind myself this is a dry track.
You got the black flag. You didn't exit the pits safely. You have to drive through the pits without stopping.
Is that why the other guy pulled off? Because he got black flagged. I crossed the white line, which is a no-no. Okay, take two. You're going to lurk? Okay, cool. Good time to discuss food. I've not tried twice baked potatoes. I'm not sure if they serve them here locally. I'm sure that there's a place that serve them. I've just not found it yet, Kai.
Stop the head.
Haha, you got the same. Everyone's getting black flagged. Let this guy go past me. Ooh, black and gold. I thought about that too, painting our team car black and gold, but as he goes into the wall nearly.
Slow car on the right. Go left.
I didn't really want to go for a darker car because I kind of struggle always to see dark cars in my virtual mirror, or because I don't see them until the very last moment, and so I want to prevent a situation where someone might, if I can help it, and get someone to spot us earlier in their mirror. And that will then hopefully aid in our quest to finish the Bathurst 12 hours. But yeah, I settled for the red and black color scheme as a nod to Minnow Team's Marussia and the old Dallara F1 team. And yeah, both outfits weren't that spectacular. I'm actually quite sure that Dallara failed to qualify many of their races in the early 90s. But this is a nice change. It's I've actually got grip. So I don't know how relevant this is going to be for Saturday if we're going to have a wet session. But at least we can get used to the traffic.
Car 11, just set the fastest lap. 4.236.
Oh. Just about survived that one. I think Mr. Schaefer behind us is keen to get past us. You go for it, dude. Go for it. Oh, okay, don't go for it. Oh, that's an Acura. Is it painted in the Castrol livery? Oh, what happened? Huh? His bumper fell off. I must have hit the wall somewhere. But this is his outlap.
Car right. Just set your fastest lap of the session. Clear on the right.
2064. I think I scraped the wall.
No damage. Car looks clean.
Good.
Go right.
This time you must have hit the wall hard. So this should be a low 206 then. Mr. Schaefer 2042. But yeah, this is where I just lost all my time in the chase. Oh, too fast. Okay, let's park it and sign up for the race. Okay, withdraw. Oh, I thought that was an emoji that didn't translate to my chat window. Okay, so 81 have signed up so far for the next slot. So that's 4 p.m. my local time. So yeah, I mean, I don't really care what happened. Well, I do care. I want to finish the race. I want to learn as much as possible racing with other guys in traffic, but this is just one of the daily races. A shorter ratio gearbox. Yeah, it's locked, isn't it, Sean, for GT3 cars? It's odd then that they are not the same between ACC and well, ACC is SRO spec. And I'm assuming iRacing is a IMSA spec car. But then iRacing also does kind of do the WEC races. So if you go to... No, I can't. Oh, here we go. So, IMSA Endurance, that's kind of simulates the IMSA series. But then you've got the Global Endurance Tour, and that kind of simulates the WEC, even though iRacing doesn't have the proper LMDH or LMH, so they've got LMDH. Someone could probably tell me more what the exact differences are. I know that LMDH, it's a little bit more. Some components are a little bit more spec. Like I think the electronics. They all have to come from the same source, and then in WEC it's a little bit more open. At least that's how I understand it, or maybe it's the other way around. But yeah, iRacing kind of tries to cover both series, but ACC is more SRO related, and that's why you always have the minimum pit stop times. But if I just switch off my setup cover, the cat, I don't have the ability to change the... Yeah, the gears I do... Oh, alright, here, look. Short stack, FIA, Le Mans and Daytona. Okay, so I can change it then. But I'll leave it on the short stack. Are there any differences between the quali and the... Quali is also a short stack. Then the car is illegal. Why is the car illegal? No. That's odd. So the race setup is legal, but the qualifying setup, if I get the... Okay. The 12-hour qualifying setup is legal. Okay. Anyway. Hey, Franco. I streamed this early? Yes. I have a day off, Franco, which is nice, and I am preparing for Saturday. Saturday is the big one. Is the 12 hours of Bathurst, and yeah, hoping. Actually, what is the weather? I didn't check what the weather is like. Track is dry. Yeah. So the daily races don't seem to be wet, whereas the 12-hour one is, which is yeah, a bit of a shame. It's much more difficult in the rain. But the main thing here is just yeah, get as much practice in before 12. Hello, Gabriele. So that's why the tire's so full of jelly. You blame SRO. Good evening, morning, everyone. It is the afternoon here just now. Yeah, it is uncharacteristically for a weekday, for a normal school week. It is very early for me to stream. I have obviously streamed around about the same time during the weekends, and on Saturday I'll be streaming on even earlier, 7 AM. That's when it starts. But we should then also have, if we make it to the finish, and I already alluded to this one on Sunday, if we make it to the finish, we should then also finish in the evening. And then, you know, so I don't feel, yeah, so I'm not racing until like midnight where everyone is trying to sleep and I'm here still in my pretend race car. So, Scotland, Sean. So, what's the weather like if I look outside? It's overcast, but not raining, fortunately. What? Why? What did I do wrong? I've been doing exactly the same thing I did. Okay. Right. Speeding? Was I speeding? Limiter was on, wasn't it? Alright, okay.
Thank you.
So that is still quite north. South from us, obviously, but... Okay, I've got the quali setup loaded. And on the other practice server, what was my time again? 2:06 or something?
Slow car ahead.
Okay, I released it too early. Okay, well, we better not make that mistake on Saturday. Oh, jeez. I don't care what happens today. as long I can make as many mistakes as I like today, but I don't want to repeat those. Oh, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Right side, clear on the right. Left side, clear on the left.
And these guys are already crashing on a dry track. Wait till they race on a wet track and don't downshift first. Can someone explain to me why the car always feels so... I'm not an expert or even a car fanatic. It's half term, okay. Different in Scotland, okay. Can someone explain to me why a car in a higher gear feels more planted and more stable than when you are in the lower gears? I know in the lower gears you get a lot more rotation. But why exactly is that? Why does the gearbox allow for more stability in a higher gear? So when I went through the dipper in first, the back end wanted to come around. Power delivery. My new 9 to 5. Only for today, Tenes, only for today. I have a day off. And normally all my days off, I don't normally stream on days off. But I wanted to build some hype for this coming weekend. Well, that's actually the second reason. The main reason is because I've been practicing offline, and I was crashing the car a lot. And those who are in Martin's Discord, I've uploaded a couple of videos where it's kind of like a blooper reel where I've hit the wall at various parts of the track. And I thought, if I actually stream this, will I make less mistakes? Because I'll be more focused. It's weird. I feel like I'm more focused when I'm streaming than when I play offline. I don't know if you've got the same, Tenes. Even though streaming should be a distraction, because you know you've got chat, and maybe on Saturday I might have to, just for the sake of the team, disable the chat window for myself, so I'm not tempted to look at the chat, and maybe just put a little message while I'm in the car. I can't.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Check the chat or read the chat. It's fine when I make a mistake and I take myself out. Obviously on Saturday I have 2 other teammates with me, and I don't want to ruin their race because I got distracted by reading chat. You're the exact opposite. Yeah, that's what I might do, Gabriele. I just switch off the chat for myself, the chat window in OBS, so I can't even sneak peek at it, and just put a little like pin a message to say that I'm not being rude, I'm not ignoring you, but yeah, while I'm in the car, I just can't interact. And then if you guys...
Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead. Go right.
If I'm fortunate enough that one of you guys are able to come into the chat and maybe, I don't know, interact with the chat on our behalf.
On the left. Go right.
But we'll see what happens. It'd be totally unacceptable to ruin someone else's race Being distracted by chat. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I think just for the sake of our team, this will be the very first appearance of the team that I created in iRacing. Now, I know to some it might not sound so.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Why do I put so much importance on this? It's because in iRacing, because I assume that's what most American things. I associate this with sport. Like all the stats, everything you do is being recorded. So it doesn't matter how long ago it's kind of like Just Race. Doesn't matter how long ago a session was, you can still find them. And of course, on Saturday, I'll be entering the team that I had set up, and it will be making its first appearance in an endurance race. And I want to build up that history. Like, I should have done this ages ago. And in the past, I've always driven for other people's teams. But yeah, I wanted to be my team on my terms. I'm not recruiting people because of their speed. I'm recruiting people because they're my friends.
All right, clear.
And that's has always been my philosophy. I don't care about accolades. I just want to have, basically just, yeah, do a race with friends. And I want that recorded in the history books of iRacing. Because when you go to your own team page, it will show you, you know, all the different events you've entered. Hi, Dan. 12, yeah. I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would excel in that one, Dan. Oh, I forgot I was on the quali setup, and now I'm out of fuel.
Don't forget to pit for more fuel.
Well, on that note, Loss,
Looks like you're out of gas.
I could use someone like you, because I know how good you are. Not just your speed, but also just someone of your demeanor.
Pit box in 10.
And I was speeding again. Yeah, smart driver, can bring the car home.
Right here.
Doesn't make, you know, kind of silly sends from 500 meters away. What time is it now? So in 7 minutes, we should be starting the race. So fortunately, yeah, and those who are not familiar with iRacing, it's not like LFM where you have to kind of keep track of time and then first find out what your split is and then log on to the server before the event starts. In iRacing, it's all automatically. What the team is called? Yeah, Kai there just. So basically, that means it's basically a fake Italian team, right? Scuderia Piloti Mediocri is a fake Italian team. In the spirit of, I said this before, in the spirit of some of the minnow teams, so the Lara F1, which rarely qualified for a race, Minardi. So it's got this kind of fake Italian, well, not fake, it's got this Italian flair. It's got kind of the Italian red. And it means basically, yeah, race team for average racers. And kind of, yeah, that is kind of what I am, an average racer. That's hence I'm in the 2K rating. Having fun in the wet. Hey, John. Hello, John. That's just everyone. John74, big YouTuber, iRacing YouTuber. John and I raced, and with Jason as well. We raced with each other for the first time during Damien Cross's the Alton. That was like a week and a half ago. That was so much fun. I was in the GT4 class, but John was in the MX5. I've been a long follower of John, and finally I had the chance to actually race with him, albeit in different classes, but I still really enjoyed it. Yeah, that is a good name. You don't have enough, experience enough. No G3C time. Appreciate it. Yeah. Well, Dan, you're one of those people who you excel basically in any game. I mean, I know you play ACC, the original AC. You play LMU, and I don't have that talent, unfortunately. I kind of have to stick to one game. I know now and then I play Amos too, but yeah, I've kind of stopped playing that as well, just to focus solely on this race. But yeah, Jason, that was a brilliant event, and I'm looking forward to the next one, which will be in March, I think, end of March. It will be what's it called, Porker Platter, the one that Damien Cross is organizing, and it's for Porsche GT4 and Porsche GT3 multiclass at VIR, Virginia International Raceway. Is that what it stands for? Yeah. I don't know actually which layout of VIR, but I kind of know VIR the back of my hand, because I've been playing that track since AMS1. So yeah, we'll be fine. But I don't have the Porsche GT4, so I'll be competing in the GT3 class. But that's not until March. But yeah, the main focus is obviously Bathurst, and that's on Saturday. Let's do a couple of more practice laps before the time runs out, because we're about to enter a 40 minutes? 40-minute race. And although the conditions might be completely different on Saturday, it gives us the opportunity to get used to racing in traffic. VIR is a gem, yeah. Tall grass? Oh, that grass. Which corner do you struggle with, Kai? Is it the final one, the final right-hander? I find that section really difficult. That's kind of like there's a chicane, you go left and then it goes right. Yeah, that bit always, because obviously from then on it's just full throttle, and if you don't get a good exit out of the final turn, that's basically your lap time too slow. Is it called Hawk Pen? Okay. Is it because they used to have what are they, hawks? A hawk is is that like a wilder beast? The one with the tusks. Is that what a hog is? Am I thinking of the wrong animal here? Is that what people eat over there? Hogs? That's pork, right? I mean, from the pork family, I imagine. You assume so. Not familiar with the history of the place. Okay. But you do know that they serve twice baked potato in the state of Virginia. That's what you did tell me the last time, or not the last time, a while ago while I was streaming there. I was supposed to practice, guys. $351 have registered for the VRS race. Steinhilbers. So I take it that, does that have a, is that a place or a restaurant? Steinhilbers? Sounds very German-like. Fanciest restaurant. Now, is it a chain? Is it or a genuine private restaurant with maybe German roots, insanely good seafood. Oh, what was it, the crayfish you explained the last time? Was it crayfish or was it lobster you were telling me about? You have to make a reservation. I see. It's on a long waiting list. Oh. Okay, it's time to race. So yeah, in iRacing, once you've signed up for an event, it'll tell you your race is about to start. So all you do is click here on race, and then it asks you to confirm. I say yes, not saving the replay, and then it takes you to your split. How many was there? Over 350 that signed up. Jumbo friend fantail shrimp. Butterfly fantail. Okay, was that in the... What kind of sauce were you... Did you have that with? A fried fantail shrimp. Was that in the kind of butter sauce, or was that with garlic? I think I prefer a bit more... when it comes to seafood, now I can only relate this to prawns. I know those are much smaller, but I do like them when they are made in the chili sauce. Oh, you didn't partake? Okay, the shrimp was fine on its own. All right. Okay. Anyway. Oh no, I'm car number 5. So that means this is a slightly lower split. And the game is expecting me to do well. I'm only 2.4k, something like that. Do I recognize anyone here? No, I always ask the same question. I don't recognize. There's so many people on iRacing. Why would I even recognize anyone? Sandbagging time. Yeah. But as you know yourself, Dan, with your experience on LFM or even on iRacing, it doesn't really matter what your rating is. I mean, someone can go through a bad spell and drop from 2k to below, like, let's say 1.6. But that doesn't mean that they're slow. I mean, at one point, they will have had the speed to reach a 2k rating. I'm just an example here. But yeah, it's not unusual then to get totally left behind by someone who's got a lower I rating, and that's just because maybe they're on a bad patch or going through a bad series of races. But again, I don't really care for how we do here. Maybe dropping some I rating might be good for our seeding on Saturday. So if my I rating tanks, then maybe that will put us in a slightly lower split on Saturday. Not that there's any foul play here, but let's just see what happens. Okay, let's get ready for quali. At least it's dry and sunny. I'll put the weather forecast so you can see. Yeah, it's dry, 21 degrees, and no chance of rain. But the Bathurst 12-hour practice server has been wet. Okay. Coming up to our banker lap. Hopefully I've not burned too much fuel. Yeah, yeah, it has been, John.
Green flag, green flag.
Are you doing the opening stint, John? Because then it will be pitch black.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
I did recall when I was watching the live stream of the actual 12 hours, and they did say on TV it looks actually lighter than what it looks like in the cockpit. In the cockpit it will be absolutely dark, the track. And what car are you entering, Job? Was it last year you were in a... were you in the Audi last year? Or am I just imagining that? Hello, Todd. Audi last year, okay. You're going for the Corvette. Cool. I don't see many people in my splits racing the Corvettes. But speaking of, wouldn't it be awesome if we were in the same split?
One more lap.
Okay.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
068. Not spectacular. Yeah, you can see the cars on the mini-map, but yeah, we've got our private session. So technically they are on the track with me, but they're just invisible and translucent and... Out and off track, but I've lost some time. Well, John, I'm sure you've seen the BOP sheet, and the Acura has got the most weight added and the power reduced. But during practice, there were still some really fast Acuras on the timesheets. So maybe it's not been pegged down enough. I think Porsche
1 lap of fuel left.
is the least affected by BOP. 206 flat.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
P12. P12 for car number 5. Oh, iRacing, why do you expect so much of me? It is a lot of money. Basically, the initial investment is enormous. But if you are smart and actually focus on one thing, it doesn't have to be that expensive. So you have to, early on, you have to make a choice. What am I going to do? Am I going to stick to sports car? I'm going to do open wheel. Just focus on one series, and then maybe every month buy 1 or 2 tracks. And only now, I'm nearly 5 years in. I've got most of the tracks now, so I don't. For me, it's basically mainly just the subscription that I pay for now. Yeah, downtime. Downtime isn't necessarily just off-season, it's just whenever iRacing has got like a big update. Yeah, the issue is the tracks, but fortunately a lot of the tracks, they cross over. So they are in multiple series. So a track like Daytona appears very often, and not just for GT cars, but also for, well, obviously the NASCAR stuff. But like for the lower series as well, TCR and GT4. But let's get it up.
1 lap to green.
But yeah, that's such a
SOF is
stumbling block and a bit of a, what do you call it?
Closed right now. We expect to be fighting for the podium.
A bit of a gatekeeping thing mechanism of iRacing.
The field is on the grid.
Because it prevents people actually getting into the game. Not that people cannot afford it, it's just that is it worthwhile, the investment?
Wir sehen uns auf der anderen Seite.
Good luck, fellas. And
Thank you for the good lucks. That's right, Gabriele. Yeah, that is a sight.
Good luck and buena suerte.
Well, we've been. Is it P18? We've been demoted to. Again, I'm just here to practice, or hopefully we will make it past turn 1 or the end of lap 1. This is just all preparation for the big one on Saturday.
Waiting on 2 cars to grid. Waiting on the final car to grid.
I'm not sure about that, Todd. Okay, ignition. So, it's GT3 only. The race is 40 minutes, not 45. Keep thinking of IMSA. And we don't have to worry about prototypes. We just have to worry about other crazy GT3 drivers.
Catch bar 19 car. Catch bar 23 car.
But yeah, I imagine John will be in a similar situation as me, where we have already most of the tracks. And then it's just a matter of, do we want to buy all the additional cars? Because you don't have to buy all the GT3 cars, you just have to buy one.
The pace car is in.
Here we go then.
Green, green, green.
That's unfortunate. I had to check up there. Right, don't kill me.
Right side. Stay on the left. Clear.
Hey, we've got the General Lee ahead of us. In a Porsche.
car right. Keep to the left. Stay on the left.
Concertina.
Clear. Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead. There's an incident ahead. Car on your left. Car stopped ahead. Stay on the right. You're on the right. 3 wide. Clear all around. You're on the right. 3 wide. Car on your left. 2 wide. Left side. 2 wide. Keep to the right. Stay on the right. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear on the left. 2 wide. Clear on the right. Looks like your car is towed. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold the reset button, then we'll come and get you. You've got wheel damage. Looks like one of your wheels is out of alignment. You'll have less grip out there. All the damage is repairable.
Disgusting.
Yes, I am playing Wreckfest.
Thank you so much, guys, for the winning race. Thank you, I love you all.
Yeah, nice race.
Anyway, it's a short stream, guys. Well, you saw me practicing earlier, so towing is just under 2 minutes, and then who knows how long we'll have to spend on for repairs. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end the stream. This was always just practice, and we're here now, unfortunately, practicing repairing the damage. So that might be a tactic on Saturday, where if it's wet and dark, maybe just start from the pits. That's a possibility. But what actually happened? So yeah, I probably could have done it better there, avoiding the crash. But what started it all? Okay, I see a McLaren, a pink-ish McLaren. No, that's not it. That one. Started with this dude. Oh, he lost it on his own. Cool tires. He almost saves it. Gets hit by the Beamer. And that creates... But to be fair though, it is kind of blind uphill. But yeah, there we all go, and I joined them as well. That's our car over there. Yeah, shocking stuff. If you recall, last year we had a similar incident on the first lap, and that was during the 12 hours, and that cost us several laps. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. So we've got Dan in the chat, Kai, Gabriele, John, Jason, Franco, Todd, Loz. Who have I missed? I think I got you all. Yeah, thank you all. You are all legends. Thank you for tuning into my Tines, tuning into my stream. Oh, I missed Rob. Rob was in my stream, Spec R. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in, of course. And Franco, the big one is on Saturday. Again, 7 a.m. An early start. But hopefully by the time you tune in, we will have avoided all this. We will have avoided the big wreck, and we will still be circulating around the track on the lead lap, hopefully. So yeah, thank you again for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you on Saturday. Bye now.